Hello everyone, in this recording I'm going to review how to convert rectangular coordinates to polar coordinates. So I have the rectangular coordinates 9 root 3, -9. I'll label those x and y. And you can see on the right over here I have my conversion formulas. Now these will be used for whether you convert from rectangular to polar or vice versa. So I'm going to find a value for polar coordinates. I need to find a value for r and then of course theta. So I'll start with r. I can use this last formula here and say, well, r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared, which I have each. So I can say r squared is equal to x squared, so that's my 9 root 3 squared plus -9 squared. And I'll evaluate. So I have 81 times 3 plus 81. And that would give me 243 plus 81. And when I add those together, I'll get r squared equals 324. Which means to find r, I'll take the square root of each side. And that'll give me r is equal to 18. So now I have a value for r. If I'm going to find a value for theta, using my formulas over here, I say, is there one that can give me, that can relate theta to r or x or y? And I actually have several choices. I can do, since I have an x, an r, and cosine, or x and r, excuse me, I could use this first equation, this one, or my tangent. Doesn't really matter. Usually we use tangent, so let me use that one. Again, let me write what I have. I have tangent of theta equals y over x. So here we'll say tangent of theta, and just double check, my y is -9 over 9 root 3. I'll reduce that to get -1 over root 3. And see, my root 3 tells me that I'm more than likely going to be using my 30, 60, 90 triangle. So I say, is there a way I can get 1 over root 3 from that triangle using tangent? Tangent being opposite over adjacent, and I'll use my 30 degrees. So tangent of 30 degrees will give me 1 over root 3. So I'm using, now I'm going to switch to polar, or excuse me, to radians, pi over 6. Now because it's negative, that puts me in quadrants 2 or quadrants 4 for tangent. So we need to know when does, or in what iterations, excuse me, for pi over 6 will we get in quadrant 2 and quadrant 4? In quadrant 2, that will be, if you look to your unit circle, we'll have 5 pi over 6, and for quadrant 4, we'll have 11 pi over 6. Now, it can only be one of them, so we got to use the information we were given before to help us figure it out. We look back at our original point, 9 root 3 -9, and say what quadrant does that fall into? And ignoring the root 3, just think, since it's a positive x value, negative y value, if you remember, we go then over and then down, so it puts us in quadrant 4. So in quadrant 4 means we use this value. So now we can say that our polar coordinate would be 18. Let's make that a little nicer. 18, 11 pi over 6. And again, I use tangent to tangent equals y for x. Because I had r, I did that first. I could have used the other two equations. One of the reasons we use tangent is very versatile. I don't need to have r to figure out the theta. So I could have done this step first and then found r. That's completely up to you. So again, the basic way of converting from rectangular to polar coordinates.